believe so. I'm about to find out right now. 2 seconds. It just came on.
Good evening and welcome to Funnier In Person. My name is James Andrews. I'm going to be your host. My co-host here.
Thank you.
My co-host is...
I'm 34 and a half. I'm your favorite cousin from my auntie you didn't even know you had.
And today we have special guest Jordan Berry with us. Jordan is a local comic here in the Lexington, Kentucky scene.
That's right.
We're going to get to know him a little bit, and we're going to talk about some things.
I already know this nigga.
Oh, I know him too, but I'm talking about our audience is going to get to know him tonight, right? Okay.
I think you all know me better than my family does. So
that's pretty sad.
Yeah.
That's really sad.
That's nice and sad.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
It's, I mean, I see the value in it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Jordan, real quick, give us a little rundown about what got you into comedy and how you got started.
Can we first, not to cut you off, not to fuck your question up, Andy, but can we first get a thing of, like, who you are as a person?
Oh, well, yeah, sure, absolutely.
Who are you? Because we know you, but they don't know you, like, who you are, where you come from, and then what made you jump into comedy. So first, let's just start, like, you know.
A little background.
What's your sign?
For sure. My sign is, I'm a Virgo, but...
When's your birthday?
September, babies, let's go.
September, not only September, the best day in September 11th.
And I heard you do that joke before.
Jesus
Right.
Christ.
I heard you do that joke before.
Yeah.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah.
So now I feel like
So I guess you could probably say I was born to be a comedian, honestly, with a birthday like that. But yeah, so
Was it exactly 2000?
it was 98.
Oh, okay.
9/11/98, 3 years before. Yeah.
I was going to say, or 2001.
Yeah. And my third birthday party was 01. The morning it happened. Yeah, and those are like my first memories too. Like I was a little kid. I was 3 years old, sitting around, sitting at the TV, and all the adults were in the room were crying, and I didn't understand why. And then I started, and then I started crying because my birthday was canceled.
And a comedian was born.
Exactly. There you go. It was
Trauma is a motherfucker.
But yeah, so I was born in Louisville, Kentucky. So I Kentucky native, but I didn't live in Louisville most of my life. I lived in Simpsonville, Kentucky, which is like 30 minutes outside of Louisville, small rural town.
It's got the best Cinnabon on the planet.
And
They
absolutely.
got the best outlet.
And I used to work at that outlet. That was my second job at the Auntie Anne's pretzel shop.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's respect. I love the pretzel.
Like, if anybody wants the pretzel, you can grab one. Just grab one and get it.
Okay,
And these right here don't have shit on Auntie Anne's. No.
Not even.
These are the best.
The cinnamon sugar.
Okay.
These are the best
Cinnamon
pretzels.
sugar. It's where it's at.
These are the best pretzels you can get in Lexington, right here at the Barrel 53 Hotel Lex. Great food. You see, I'm about to chomp into it. Sometimes I don't wait all day to eat already because I'm intermittent fasting. I love to come here. If you're in town, Hotel Lex, come through. Barrel 53, come through. Get you some good food, good drink, good staff, everything. I love it. Love these fries. I don't even like fries that much, but this one right here, perfect crunch, perfect sauce.
With that.
Beautiful. That's what it's about, people.
Exactly. But yeah, so even though I lived most of my life in Simpsonville, I actually did go to high school in Louisville.
Okay.
I went to, I don't know if y'all are familiar, but I went to a place called St. X.
Yeah, I'm familiar.
Yeah.
I mean, anybody that's ever been involved in high school sports knows.
There you go. Yep.
St. X.
Bingo. It's for those who don't
Them
know.
in Trinity.
Yep, that was the big rival. It was an all-male private Catholic high school. And the reason I went there is just because it was, better schooling than the local public schools in the area, and Simpsonville, Shelby County. And I tested in, so I was able to go there on a mostly free
Scholarship.
ride. Yeah,
That's awesome.
So I was lucky, and then because of I know I was a really good student, I did well there, and then I got to go to Berea College in Berea, Kentucky, and I graduated from there after 5 years in May of 22, and then
Not to interrupt you, but do you know who Joe Deuce is?
Absolutely.
Okay,
Absolutely.
he's a Berea. Yeah, he's a Berea staple.
And it's interesting too because I actually didn't even really know about him until I started doing comedy. And we've been near each other for most of.
He is one of the funniest dudes I've ever met in my entire life. And me and him actually started doing comedy roughly around the same year,
Really?
2.5 year period. Okay. So but
awesome.
Joe took off like a freaking rocket.
Oh yeah.
You was a dude?
Joe Deuce. He used to be on the radio on Z-Rock 103.
Joe Deuce from the radio?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, God damn you.
There you go.
Swear to God. I never heard of him. Ass hat.
Right.
I don't listen to radio. Shout out to Joe Deuce, though.
Yeah, right. But yeah, and so then after I graduated from the college, I worked there for 2 years and absolutely hated it. It was horrible. I was in their fundraising department, awful job, and so I quit in March of 2024.
Well, that job is absolutely a necessity for that school.
Absolutely.
Because everybody goes to school for free.
Bingo. Yep. Tuition free. So, and that's what I think made it so stressful for me is that it was very demanding and they didn't train me very well. So it was just a nightmare. And but then once I quit that job, I was like, okay, well, I've always loved stand-up comedy my whole life. Something I've always been interested in. And the year before I started stand-up in March of 24, I saw one of my favorite comedians, Sam Morrill, live in Lexington.
Sam was here. Yeah, I remember that.
Comedy Off Broadway.
You see Sam Morrill live?
Yeah.
Here?
At Comedy Off Broadway, yeah.
Sam Morrill comes here?
Yeah, actually, I saw him twice. Yeah. But this was the first time I saw him. But yeah. Of course, yeah. That guy with the Netflix special? Yeah, who's that? I don't know that guy.
I really have.
He's well, Sam, he's one of my biggest comedy inspirations. He's a scrawny, skinny little white dude. But he's like, his style is just.
It's hard to swallow a pretzel and laugh at the same time, guys.
There you go.
Just a little information. Holy shit, that went down the whip pipe.
Yeah, but I just love what I love about Sam's style is that he's got a very like dry, witty style. Yeah, and I saw that live, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I was a little bit disappointed because he was using his phone most of the time when I saw him up there.
A comedian using their phone?
Okay. Wait, but not Sam.
No, not Sam.
That's the thing. That's the thing. I didn't realize at the time that he was obviously like working on workshopping new bits. But then I saw that and I was like, man, like you're a professional comedian at the Comedy Off Broadway packed house and you're like scrolling through your phone and reading stuff. And I thought to myself, I was like, I mean, this might be ambitious, but I feel like I could do that. Like I can't be,
I can read a phone.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Right. And so that's what kind of got me.
I might even be able to remember this stuff.
Right.
One day.
Right. Yeah, maybe one day if I'm lucky.
I'm not even, you know what? Not only could I read a phone.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
I could dial it.
I probably could read the stuff and leave the phone off stage.
Yeah. Right.
I'm levels above you.
There you go.
That's why they say you don't want to meet your idols.
Exactly. Exactly. For sure.
Because you surpass them.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I saw him and I thought, okay, he's a scrawny, skinny white guy. I sound like a scrawny, skinny white guy, so I can.
Oh my God.
I can do this.
So
here we go.
Okay. The next time you see him twice, did he have the phone both times?
Well, the next time he didn't. He was a little more. He memorized his stuff a little bit more, but he had a little note, like a yellow notepad that he was using, but it wasn't as much. So
he's professional.
Oh yeah. It was great, and I thought to myself, I was like, man, this is like such a fun time. He's giving everybody such a fun experience, like making people laugh so much. I was like, man, I really like. I've liked it for a long time.
That's around the time I met you, though, too, also, right?
Well, what's that?
Around that time is the same time when I met you.
Last year, sometime.
Yeah, last year in March, because I started. So when I quit my job at Berea in March of 24, that next week, March 11th, is when I did my first open mic at Timmy's on Monday night.
I remember you
Okay. Yeah, I remember that.
Yep.
Brazilian chick that with you.
Let's not even go there.
Yeah, I'm glad. I love that you specifically remember that she was there.
Hey, we remember things.
I see.
Just certain very specific things.
I didn't even know I liked Brazilians until I seen.
Dude, Brazilians are some of the hottest ones.
I wasn't beefing with Brazil, but when I seen her, it was like, I'm ready to move. I don't like America anyway. I need to be in Brazil.
Okay, I remember you said to me, I'd break up with my girl right now to be with her. That's what you told me. Word for word.
Okay, so anyway, I actually studied Brazil in college during my music history class.
Yeah.
Because our percussion instructor had taken a sabbatical the year before, and he spent 6 months in Brazil studying samba, merengue, all the other forms of music.
Right.
But he also took in the culture. He went to the favelas. He went to the, what is it called?
Did he get some chocha?
No. There's a fight dancing style of martial arts. Capoeira. He went to the Capoeira studios.
Nice.
He got to see how like the larger men down there were treated like kings.
Right.
Because if the women in that area, they see you as a larger guy, they automatically assume you have money.
There you go.
So
because there's no way
that's
to eat.
that's their culture down there.
Yeah.
I mean, anybody you see it's skinny, they ain't got nothing.
Hey, bro.
Or they got a thyroid problem.
Something,
If they had money, they'd be fat.
There's that. Anyway, but yeah, so I've studied Brazil, and when I found out about the women of Brazil, I was just like,
vagina.
I was trying to learn how you say it in Portuguese. Because that's like,
Right. Yeah.
I'm right? Portuguese would be.
yeah, that's the correct language.
Yeah, that's how you said vagina.
Vagina.
So it's the same.
It's the same.
So I'm ready to move out there.
That's all you need. That's all you need. That's all you need in terms of
Oh
language.
my God.
Let me see,
You
wait,
just-
let me see.
All the Brazilians are like, this black guy from the U.S. He just keeps saying vagina a bunch of
All
times.
the time. That's
Yeah,
all he
it's a little
says.
weird. Yeah.
But yeah, so I have a basic knowledge of Brazil, and I've always been that's one of my bucket list travel trips.
Absolutely. Me too.
Brazil, I want to go to Sao Paulo, and I definitely want to go to Rio.
Yeah.
But I think I want to go out into the actual rainforest
Oh yeah.
and just check it out.
Absolutely.
And like do not a safari. I don't know what they call it.
Yeah.
A jungle tour versus a desert tour. But something to that effect, you know,
Yeah.
just get a little feel for the jungle.
For sure.
But speaking of traveling, where are some of your bucket list travel destinations?
Yeah, absolutely. So first on the list would probably have to be Egypt for me. I love
Wow.
like all that stuff, like the Great Pyramids and the Sphinx, and like I'm a huge like ancient Egypt buff. Like I love all that stuff. And I'd like to go and just get to see all that stuff in person. And
Sounds to me like you watched a lot of History Channel.
Oh my. Oh yeah.
What is it? Ancient Egyptians or whatever?
Yeah, pretty much.
Anyway.
And then on a similar note, I have to throw like Greece in there as well. Like Greece and Italy, like
Greece and Italy are at the bottom of my top 5.
Okay. Yeah.
But I've got Ireland.
Yeah.
I want to go to Ireland. I want to go to Japan.
Okay.
And I want to go to Dubai.
But now I know how to say
Yeah.
it in Portuguese.
Posso, por favor, ter pouco de vagina.
Vagina.
Okay.
So that's, can I please have some vagina in Spanish? I'll be one in Portuguese when I go.
Right. Yeah. I
Brazil.
guess it.
I've got these headphones that translate for me where I can hear what other people say.
Nice.
I got them off the damn TikTok shop.
Sweet.
But they were like $19, and I get like 145 different languages that it will translate.
That's worth it.
It's totally worth
I'm
it.
gonna have to check that out.
If you can go find that girl. Do you talk to her?
She's my best friend's sister. Yeah, so my best friend is Brazilian. Yeah, that's why he was there.
That's hilarious.
He was cool too. I like the hell.
Yeah. Right.
Well,
Yeah.
But also,
He's much cooler.
you know, since we were talking about traveling,
Yeah.
me and Dirty have a thing we're doing this year. We're doing 25 and 25. So 25 different states in 2025.
Hopefully 25 Virginians.
There you go.
I'm
Anyway,
a comedian.
Unfortunately for you, Brazil is not a state, so we're gonna.
we have South Carolina.
Are you serious?
We have
Not a
South
state?
Carolina. We have me too. Give me some,
All
please.
right, thank you. I work here.
Yeah, appreciate it. We got South Carolina, we got Indiana and Ohio already booked.
Right.
So, but we're working on Florida.
Awesome.
Have you done any out of state travel yet to go do any shows?
Yeah. So at first, like the first 5-6 months I was doing it, not really. I was just kind of located in Lexington mainly.
Do you live in Lexington?
I live in Berea currently.
Oh, okay.
So now we're south of Lexington. Yeah, about 30 minutes from here. Something like that, from Lexington, about an hour.
I know the feeling. I live in Richmond.
Right,
Yeah.
you get it. But when I was first starting out, I mainly just performed in Lexington, mainly because for all of 2024 until October, I didn't have a job. Because I quit my Berea job in March.
Oh, okay.
That's when I started doing comedy. And so I didn't have money, so I couldn't.
Oh, were you staying at mom and dad's house?
I was staying in a little apartment that I rented in Berea.
Oh, okay.
But I almost ended up there. I missed
Dude,
it.
I've done it in my 40s. It's not a pleasant feeling.
Yeah, right.
You know, there's a point where you have to look at yourself in the mirror and go, why in the fuck am I living at mom and dad's house in my 40s?
Exactly. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, so
He's not even in his 30s yet.
I know.
Yeah.
He's still
He's a young buck.
He can go back to mom and dad now. He's like, what, 25?
26.
Yeah, right there.
Hey, he's got it made still, so yeah.
It's
But
really not that weird. Like, if you're 26, you live with your mom and dad, it's cool.
Just my mom.
It's okay,
At
yeah.
40 is like, all right, what was
What's your game plan here, son?
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, and you know me. For me, it would just be my mom's. My dad's not.
Oh, here we go.
We'll get to that. I'm sure we'll get to that later.
Absolutely, we will get to that. That's my favorite joke.
Your mom hasn't remarried or nothing?
Yeah, new stepdad now. I have.
But you don't consider him your dad?
Well, and the weird thing too is he's not much older than me.
Thank you.
So he's like, he feels like my stepbrother. You know? We can get to that too.
Thank you.
Appreciate you, sir.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate it.
This is the beautiful staff we were talking about that work here.
This is
one of the beautiful staff members that work here, and definitely, come through and see her smiling face, and don't forget the tip and all that, and show love to this great location that they allow us to come in and do the show.
Absolutely.
But so is your stepdad, is he African?
African American.
That's what I mean.
Yeah. So your mom has a type, is what you're saying.
100%.
Your mom has a type.
Yeah. I think the only time
Black dudes is the only thing that you like.
The only time I ever saw my mom around like an actual white man,
was her dad?
Well, no. Other than that.
Man, I was drinking.
The only time I've ever seen my mom around a white man is when she got baptized by the pastor. That was the only time. That was it. So.
And family members.
Yeah, but to go back to what you had asked was the.
How old is your stepdad? How old is he?
He is. I'm 26. He's like 31, 32, something like that.
Oh, she's really got a type.
Yeah.
She likes the young bucks.
Oh yeah. Or he might be like 33, somewhere around there. He's not much older than me.
That could have school together.
Exactly. My mom would tell me, she'd be like, yeah, he would watch Teletubbies when he was a kid, just like you. Don't you remember watching the Teletubbies? I was like, Jesus, I'd rather.
Have so much in common.
Yeah, I'd rather forget now.
All right, but back to traveling. Back to traveling. Let's not get canceled before we get found, okay?
There you go.
So,
yeah. So first 6 months didn't travel at all, just stayed in Lexington. But now, this past 6 months, I'm coming up on a year now in March, obviously. I've been traveling quite a lot. I've been going to Louisville I try to go at least once a week. I've been going to Cincy also at least once every other week.
Well, I'm working on getting back in the Cincy area.
Okay.
Because I used to do Cincy all the time back when I was here.
Cincy in Cincinnati?
Time. Yes.
Right, Cincinnati. Yeah.
But I want to go to Commonwealth Sanctuary.
Yes.
I want to go to the Funny Bone.
Yep, absolutely.
I want to go to Go Bananas.
Yeah.
But
and you've done that before, right?
I did a writer's mic at Go Bananas.
Thank you for watching. Love you guys. Thank you.
But what we used to do, other open mics that were at bars and stuff, I would take a whole carload of people. It'd be me, Trina Bean, Kathy Perkins, and Mason Doodle, who's no longer really in the scene.
Yeah.
That's the guy that sucks his own dick.
That is correct. That is him.
Exactly.
But you know what? No judgment here.
No, I'm not judging. I'm just thinking that's why he's probably not in the scene. He's just at home.
He's if I could suck my own dick, I wouldn't leave the house either. Let's be real.
In fact, if I could do that, that would be my closer on stage when I'm performing. Just all right.
I did that at the show.
Exactly.
Awesome. I mean, the kids didn't like it. But...
Well, I mean, we can't do that shit at a park. Anyway, but yeah, you're starting to get out into the regional stuff like we do, right? Stuff like that.
And the farthest I've been so far would be is Columbus is farther than Dayton, right?
Yes,
so Columbus,
it is.
Yeah, Columbus,
all right. Well,
well, how would you describe your comedy style?
Absolutely, that's where I was going next.
I would describe it as extremely self-deprecating, with a lot of occasional observations in there that like certain aspects of like social interactions that I try to like comment on. Like, I mean, you've heard my recent joke about the whole like I don't see color thing and stuff like that. I just try to bring my lens, the way
which I felt like I was inspiration for.
Yeah, pretty much. Exactly.
I feel like I inspired that joke, but no.
But I try to just bring my lens and how I see the world to different things.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
So, I have a joke, you might have heard it, about not being able to see color and how it raw people who don't see color because they can't describe me to the police.
Yeah.
So then I heard Jordan talking about his joke about how he couldn't see color and how you couldn't taste food. And the way he went with it was just, it was like a different thing, but I did feel like I was inspirational, but I woke up and said that to him, and we both laughed about it. This is my guy. This is my people's. Even if I didn't, if I'm being conceited and thinking I did, or even if I did, to me, that's what great artists do with each other, be inspired. If that, or hopefully, whether it's conscious or subconscious. So you're not going to see me years down the line being like Cat Williams saying that nigga Jordan stole my joke.
All right, and that's another thing that I would like to touch on. I don't believe there's anything such as intellectual property in comedy anymore, because I feel like everything has been said in one way
So if
or
I tell
another.
a joke about how I took my son to get a bubba tea, and then the ball burst in the back of my throat, you're not gonna feel like I stole your joke. That's your fucking joke.
I know, but you know what? Here's the thing: if you change just little things,
Okay. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, the premise is there. It's a solid joke.
Yeah.
But, you know, if I hear somebody else do it, you know what? I'm gonna feel flattered.
Dude.
But I will say, hey, you know what? I like that joke. You know who said it first? I think I wrote that. I appreciate you.
I think I wrote it.
No,
I could be wrong.
But that's my approach. I'm not confrontational.
I'm not confrontational either, but I don't feel like you gotta confront somebody to
Yeah,
be
if
honest.
they do start making money off of my joke,
That's different.
that's different.
That's very different.
Wouldn't that be like the worst thing though?
Oh, dude.
To not get paid for what you wrote.
No, for somebody to do like to take your stuff and be way more successful than you've ever been, and you just see them succeeding.
Like, damn, you did me better than me. That's great.
I mean, you've seen Luke Willoughby. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't know who that is.
I know, right?
Yeah, I don't watch a lot of comedians. I don't know why I don't do it. Like I love like the classic stuff when I was a kid, but it's like when I used to be a rapper. I didn't listen to a lot of rap during that time because I didn't want to feel like I'm getting too much. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
I didn't want to be them. You know what I'm saying?
Well, but I approach that exactly opposite. I listen to all kinds of comedy because I want to make sure that whatever is going on, that I am trying to do my best to do things my way instead of somebody else's.
That's a shot of sugar for people that know I'm in recovery. That's a shot of sugar. I don't want nobody to see me in the street. I see you taking that shot. That's a shot of sugar. This is not a Long Island iced tea. Thank you again with that beautiful. Can you do a spin for the camera with that beautiful shirt on?
Oh Lord, yeah, she definitely stands out tonight.
When you come back, please come back as soon as possible. We need you. We're trying to get our views up.
We love her. But anyway, yeah. So when it comes to people's comedy, who would you say your biggest influence is?
Besides me.
Well, yeah, of course. But your biggest influences that have influenced who you are as a comedian.
Yeah.
Because you said you do listen to other comedians.
Yes, definitely. So I'd say right now, number one would have to be, I've already mentioned it, Samuel. And then after him, I'd throw Mark Norman in there as well.
Mark Norman?
Mark
Norman.
Here you go.
Yeah.
Here you
Oh,
go.
Mark Norman is one of them people.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I've never heard of it.
I knew it.
Yeah.
Here it comes. Here it comes.
How about, okay.
Why do I even try?
George Carlin.
I know him. I do know him.
Really?
I don't know him, but I
Right.
know of him.
Yeah, okay.
And I like his
Dad,
comedy.
I'd say if you knew him right now, that's pretty.
Well, and I know him in spirit. Like I got a lady over there. I told him one time.
All right, fair enough.
And then I'd have to, and you mentioned Cat, I'd throw him in there too.
Cat
And
is
actually,
funny.
think about Cat. He was the first comedy special I ever watched in my life. It was the Pimp Chronicles. With the
That one was good. I loved it.
That was 2012, I think.
Yeah.
I forgot the year, but anyway, that was
something like
funny. My favorite, to this day, sometimes I just find myself going, murder!
Yeah.
My favorite Cat Williams bit, y'all might not think this is funny, but you got to get you some white friends.
That's
Right.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's murder. That's what he goes.
Tonight, we're getting fucked up.
That's not the murder one? Because he like when they
Now, I'm talking about the ones where he's got the, like, what's it called, the vaporizer, and they turn it up on, like, numbers like you're baking it instead of, like, that one where he says, like, you set the pot to
That's what he said.
375.
He says when they call your black friends and you go to jail, it's like, nigga, what you do?
That one.
Why you call my phone? Then you call your white friend. Your white friend goes, murder! You did.
He could not have done
I
that.
know,
No way.
I don't know why that's just hilarious.
Yeah. And if like you call the wrong number, he's like, well, just try again. And if
Yeah,
it doesn't
like,
work, call back. We'll figure this thing out.
That is genius.
Those are absolutely
Those are
genius
good
bits.
numbers. That's what good people. You don't fuck with Eddie from Eddie a little bit. You ever seen Eddie stand up? I know
Yeah.
you're young.
Absolutely.
You seen his stuff?
Sure.
What's one of your
Raw
favorite?
and Delirious were absolutely, life changing.
You know what's funny? I seen it backwards. I seen Raw first, and then a million years later I seen Delirious. But I had seen Raw like a million times by the time I seen Delirious.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it was.
That red suit, bro.
That's why I wear leather pants. It's because of Eddie. Everybody knows that I
That's where
keep
it's from.
I keep leather pants on. You can see these pants are leather.
Well, it could have been either Eddie Griffin, or
Eddie Murphy.
but Eddie Griffin wears leather pants too. Undercover Brother. That's one of the funniest movies I ever seen in my damn life.
It's not funnier than Any of Eddie Murphy's.
It's funnier than the Clumps.
What? Are you Hercules?
I swear to God.
Are you serious right now? Are you dead serious?
Probably not. No,
Hercules.
you're right. You're right.
Hercules.
You're right.
Which one
My
is that?
bad.
Part 3 or part 2?
I think it's 1.
No, because the first one is the Nutty Professor. Then the second one is what? Is
Meet the Clumps.
Meet the Clump. Is that the Clump? And then is there a third one?
I don't think there's a third one. But my phone's busy right now, so I can't check it.
I can fake Google it, I guess.
Fake Google? All right.
We live in the future.
Anyway.
Shout out to Sam Henderson. That's another comedian. He made it on the Kill Tony. You literally killed it.
Absolutely, yeah.
I mean, we've had 3 comedians out of the Lexington market on Kill Tony now.
Okay. So Sam, and then who was that?
Sam, and we had that Go whatever guy that was here on Wednesday. I can't remember his name.
I guess it is only 2. Only 2.
Yeah, and then there was another one that somebody said went down there a long time ago. I can't remember who it was.
I thought that John Bass said he went, but I think he said he didn't make it on stage or something.
Oh, there was somebody else that went. Can't remember. Fuck, I was just told this the other night too. Anyway, so we've got your comedic influences. I personally, every time somebody asks me who's my influences, I start with Robin Williams.
I mean, one of the goats.
I mean, Robin Williams, Richard Pryor, then Dave Chappelle, and I reserve the right to rotate the 4th based on my mood at that current time.
You know what my favorite Richard Pryor joke is?
What's that?
He says this girl comes to see him in prison, and she was like, what he said, and she's talking shit to him in the prison, and he's like, if you he said, that's all right, 'cause I'm just gonna give me some new pussy. He says to the girl, and she goes, if you had 2 inches of dick, more dick, you could find some new pussy, right?
Damn.
That just always makes me laugh.
Jesus.
Yeah, I believe Pryor was a goat.
No, for sure.
They took a shit. He's like, when you go to jail and your girl comes to see you, how they treat you funny because you're in jail. And like, he's like, yeah, when you come home, shit's gonna be different. I'm gonna be watching my soap operas. He's like, what do you mean? And I don't want your ugly ass mother come on my house either. You talking about mother? It's over. I'm leaving you. I'm about to go find me some new pussy. If you had 2 more inches of dick, you find some new pussy here.
Right now, yeah.
That to me is just so funny. Like, the idea that she has extra,
right,
just not being used because of you. It's brand new to you.
Exactly.
But anyway,
we've been together for years.
So yeah, I mean, I really like people like Joey Diaz, Jim Jeffries. I mean, Tom Segura, Bill Burr. Those guys continuously rotate based on my mood onto my Mount Rushmore. So I mean, that's just my top 4.
What's a movie right now that you could watch probably since a kid? You put on right now, you're gonna be having tears in your eyes.
Lion King, without a doubt.
No, laughing. I mean, laughing too much.
Oh,
we all know Lion King is sad tears. I'm happy you answered that wrong though.
That was so quick too.
Well, guys, what do y'all?
Can you tell that Jordan is a sensitive person?
What do you think I was doing before I got here? That's
watching Lion King.
Exactly.
What part makes you cry?
Oh, shit. The part when Pumbaa says, "When I was a young warthog," that gets me every time.
When I was a young warthog. When he was a young warthog. That movie is the truth.
That's my favorite Disney movie.
Lion King?
Yeah.
Over? Even though you like Robin Williams, you don't like Aladdin over it?
I do like Aladdin, and I did love Robin's appearance as the genie. However, you got Gilbert Gottfried in The Lion King.
No,
you got Billy Crystal in The Lion King.
Godfrey is in Aladdin.
He's also in The Lion King.
Who's he playing?
Zazu. Oh, no, that isn't Zazu, is it?
No, because Zazu's like a British dude.
I am totally fucking this up. He was in the goddamn
I know he is. He's the parrot. I know who Gilbert Gottfried is because he does my favorite joke. He does the aristocrat joke.
Gilbert Gottfried.
Like that joke?
Yeah.
Do you like that joke? The aristocrat joke? I love it.
Good stuff.
But yeah, Gilbert.
Well, it's not his joke, right? The aristocrat joke is not his joke. And I watched the whole documentary on this. How can I mess this up? But it's not his joke. But he also does it. Anybody can do it.
Okay.
Because it's one of those, it's like a knock-knock joke, but just a more graphic version of a knock-knock joke with a comedian twist, because you're supposed to put your twist on it.
Gotcha.
We should make people do
I was
that.
gonna say I might.
We should do that at a show.
No, yeah, but we can make when people come on this show, we can have them do their version, make them do a version of the Aristocrat joke.
We could do that.
I think that'd be different. We're gonna start with
That's so hard.
Yeah.
He's
On the spot.
Next
Yeah,
episode,
here, dance, monkey,
Exactly.
dance.
But,
Wow, I did not mean to call you a monkey. Oh my god,
right.
that is
Sure.
so fucked up.
Just it was just so natural, you know. It didn't. It just came right out.
Whoa,
I'm so getting kids.
whoa.
I am so sorry.
That
That
is
was
so
not
crazy.
intentional.
Yeah, I know you didn't mean it. What's funny about that is that people they say certain stuff, like certain catchphrases. Like I guess at work,
Yeah.
this girl did that at another girl at a different job. A lady did that over like a African lady was laying over her back, doing something kind of thing, like reaching over her to get something.
Yeah.
And then she's like, "Oh, excuse me." She's like, "Don't worry, I'm just happy to have that monkey on my back." But she was saying it. I don't think she really meant. That's what I'm saying. It's like,
Of course.
that's the catchphrase.
Right? Yeah. That's what it's been for years.
But it's not particularly me in the person. But that was like, you know what? Let me tell you why people think it's that. As I first got here, I had a joke about how I could never sell weed. Right? Especially like when I was in addiction, I could never sell weed because I love weed. I was a piehead. So I said it was like a monkey with bananas. Right? No, and that's also an old catchphrase. A monkey can't sell bananas. Because, you know, and I said that, and the one guy I was at Timmy 2 times, and the one guy was sitting in the front, some light-skinned guy, white guy, whatever. And he was like, he just started cracking up.
Yeah.
And he was like, can't believe you called yourself a monkey. And I was like, no. Anybody can be a monkey in this situation.
Yeah.
It's any person who has a thing they like trying to sell it. Like,
Right.
That's what it comes down to, son.
There you go.
Oh my God.
Lord
I stopped doing that joke because of the fact that I felt like every time I said a monkey can't sell bananas, that people would think that I was calling myself a monkey. Even though I was, but not in the sense that they would think.
That brings up a really good thing that we could talk about. Have you had any jokes that you've done that you felt like you've had to back out and stop doing because you were afraid of the backlash that might come from it?
Yes, I have. I'm trying to think. There was one that I did a lot, like really early on, that I caught a lot of heat for when I did it somewhere. I think it was Cincinnati, but it basically just had to do with like me kind of talking about one of my relatives being, a pedophile, basically. And
wow.
Yeah,
Just
and
with
it's like, yeah, and but the way that I did it, see, like I haven't even done it in so long. I can't remember exactly how I set it up, but it was just so like it was one of those things where I was just trying to say something so outlandish to just get a reaction.
A little shock. A shock.
Exactly.
People
Exactly.
can be too sensitive when it's comedy. They're too sensitive. It's like, it's comedy.
My favorite saying about that is right there. Their jokes, not dicks. Don't take it so hard.
Yeah.
You know?
Like, come on. It's like you're sitting here, you want me to, like, I don't know what you want from me, what you expected from me. I'm not a social activist. I'm not Martin Luther King. I'm not Bob Marley. I'm a comedian. I'm literally just saying what I think might make you laugh. Most of the time, I can speak for myself. I can't speak for them. I'm saying something that I heard in my head that made me laugh. Like, I heard it in my head. It makes me chuckle. Maybe not. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Sure.
So I'm saying it out loud in the hopes that it makes you laugh, too. However, I don't do a lot of audio. I do autobiographical jokes, but they're spiced up. There's some seasoning. There's some sauce.
That's right.
100%.
I'm not telling you exactly how the thing happened verbatim. Sometimes I do, but even then,
Sometimes you can't not help but to say,
Of course.
but you add
because
it.
it's just too damn funny.
It was like the thing with me and Greg Brown. Told you what happened with him, right?
Yeah.
What's that?
Last week we were here,
Oh yeah.
and he performed at 8:00, and nobody really laughed at him. And Greg Brown's one of the funniest guys on the scene.
You're talking like 2 days ago, right?
No, last Wednesday.
Oh, okay. I didn't see
So
that.
last Wednesday we were here. He performed at the 8:00 mic, but the people that was there was kind of like not really giving him anything. And he got off stage and he was kind of down about it. You know what I mean?
He did that last night. That's what I was thinking about. Because that Minglewood last night, he was kind of upset about his reaction to his set.
Well, I told him, I said, yo, bro, no matter what happens when you get on that stage, you need to remember you're funny. Tell you something. And I agreed. I said, do you think I'm funny? He said, I think you're super funny. I said, let me let you know. It takes one to know one. I also think you're funny, and I hope that means something. I'm not. If I didn't think you were funny, I wouldn't.
We tell you.
I would avoid it.
Yeah.
I don't want to crush nobody's dreams unless you like really ask me. I would say, you know what? I think this. I would give you an honest opinion. But if you don't ask me, I'm not gonna go to you at the end of the show. Hey, yo, Give it up.
And that also brings up another great point. Not every comedian is for everybody.
That's another point too. That's what I'm saying. So that's why I would never tell somebody.
Absolutely.
If you, I would, and that would probably even be my best response, or most likely response, if you ask me. If I didn't find you funny personally, what up, Ty? What up, cousin? If I didn't find you funny myself, I would say that. I would say that to you. If you said to me, "Hey, you think I'm funny?" Ah, man, you know what, Jordan? For me, it's not my taste, but I have a weird taste. I'm like, so it's like, I don't find that many people funny.
Sure.
You know?
Well, there was a middle of the road, decent comedian that was doing comedy in the scene here a few years ago. His name was David Williams.
I've heard of this.
Yeah, and then he started going by L.A. Gatsby there for a little bit when he was making his comeback. And David Williams had this thing that whenever he liked you, he would say, "I'm a dirty 4.5 guy.
Yeah.
I'm a guy of his. I'm a Mike Fields guy.
Yeah.
I'm a Kathy Perkins guy." That was his way of saying that you got his validation.
Right.
I mean, he said it about me a couple times, and then he stopped saying it. And I was like, well, fuck, I must not longer be funny. Goddamn David. Oh well. But that's what I was getting at. Not everybody is going to buy in on what you have to say.
Totally. Yeah.
It's subjective. It's obviously totally subjective.
Absolutely.
My bad.
No, you're good.
But everybody might not like it. I don't expect everybody to think I'm funny. But, however, I don't think that takes away from my funniness.
100%.
I don't think it does, because I think that if you found me funny, you're going to think I'm funny. And if you don't, you're not. And I allow you to be whichever one on which side of the fence you're on. And if I can get you from that side to here, cool. If not, cool. I'm not gonna lose sleep or be stressed out, worried about a person who doesn't see my value.
Thank you. There you go.
Because it doesn't devalue me.
Exactly.
You don't need to know what's in my bank account for it. It ain't gonna disappear.
Right.
You think I got zero in my bank account?
You'd be right. I'm not kidding.
But it feels like it doesn't. Yeah. That's what I show my sneakers on the thing.
But on that point, I was just gonna say the first time I did my very first open mic at the Caravan Comedy Club in Louisville, that was probably the worst set I've ever had. I bombed so hard, and there was a good audience of people there, but this was a learning lesson for me because the audience was mostly it was like middle-aged white women elementary school teachers, and I was doing some of my like darker stuff.
Must have been a Lynn Benson show.
She was on it.
She was probably on that show.
Yep. Yeah.
All of her friends were at that show.
Yeah. And I bombed so hard because I was doing some of my like darker material, and they were not messing with it at all.
So yeah. I got a funny story about that too. I did one of Craig Ewing's funniest in Louisville contests over at 1020 Craft Brewing.
Oh yeah.
This is the first time Craig's ever seen me.
Okay.
Right.
And when was it?
This is 2 years ago.
Okay.
I go and I compete, and I did. I don't know if you've heard my foot fetish joke. I kind of retired it a little bit.
Okay.
But I've got this joke about being on these dating apps and, how I've learned that I absolutely do not have a foot fetish.
Okay.
And all this stuff.
Yeah.
But anyway, I went into that contest knowing that was the joke I was doing without looking at whose asses were in the seats in the audience. Mm-hmm. And I made that mistake, and I got up there, and I got one vote, and that was my friend that came with me. Really? One vote. And I've been doing comedy at that point for 10 years already.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm just like, what the fuck's going on? Yeah. But it just goes to show sometimes your material doesn't line up with the audience that shows up.
I went to Brick Pizza Oven, and I had this joke around the time that Tupac, Keefe D, the guy who allegedly killed Tupac, came out. And I had this whole joke about that. And nobody there they probably heard of Tupac.
Sure.
But everybody there, as I was saying the joke, I was like, yeah, you know about this guy, Keefe D, coming out saying he killed Tupac. And they was just like, who the? Tupac's dead. Like I feel like one person in the audience really was like just finding out that Tupac's dead. Like,
Yeah.
Wonder he hasn't dropped nothing new.
Exactly.
Wait a minute.
Well, that side of town is notoriously white. It is very, very white.
So I've been there. It's like he just.
But anyway, so what type of stuff do you got coming up?
Yeah, so my next show was set to be next Friday in Louisville at Never Say Die Bar, but that got postponed, so I don't know when that's going to be. But
Oh, you're doing Jay Wall show.
yeah. So Blurred Minds Media thing.
Jay Wall is a hell of a comedian and a promoter. So
absolutely, yeah. And
that show will be good.
Yes, and I've done one of his shows already, like last month, and it was great. It was really fun.
He's supposed to come on too.
Yeah, he was supposed to be on our podcast and he didn't show up. I totally forgot.
Dang.
It was over Christmas break. It's
Yeah.
okay.
And
then,
we get to next time.
Right. And then I had a show set for Bloomington, Indiana at a Hoppy Wobbles pub.
Hobby Wobbles, yeah.
Yeah, but that was right when the snow came through, and that got postponed. So that'll be coming up a couple months from now. But so my next confirmed booking is, I think it's going to be.
Are you in the roast battle?
No, I'm actually not. In this.
Are you going to come to see it?
Of course.
Because me and him are both going to be there.
I'll 100% be there.
I've got 2 jokes for Kate that I think
cannot
are
wait.
going to be fucking wonderful.
I'm looking forward to it. But I think
I'm not
And I
even
have a million jokes for you, Colin Rude. I can't get his name.
It's rude. It's just rude.
Rude.
Yeah.
Like ROOG, except it's spelled.
But it's spelled different.
Yeah.
But my next 100% confirmed show is going to be Valentine's Day, February 14th. That'll be at it's the Cigar Bar, Jack's Cigar Bar.
Jake's Cigar
Jack's
Bar?
Cigar Bar, yeah.
Out in Brandon Crossing.
Right, and it'll be at 9 p.m. then, and then
Well, shit, we got somewhere to go after our show.
oh, there you go. And then
I'll probably I gotta stay and shake hands with my cousin said I want to go to a swinger party.
You know what? I'm telling you right now, we can still make that.
There you go. And,
I got gas.
I'm optimistic. I'm optimistic. You gotta order a hotel, so that's what it is. You gotta order a hotel.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I mean, unless you
I'll
want to
be,
sleep in the car, but we'll find a place. The thing is, too, we also would, if you go and you don't have a place to stay, you would find a place to stay.
Yeah, well, there's that.
You're not gonna be like, you're gonna find it's somebody that it's women there that come like that have you can sleep on. You'll find a place to sleep.
there you go.
You'll
We'll
find
figure it out.
if you sleep.
Who knows, man? I've been looking for a reason to do mushrooms.
There you go.
That's the only thing that was bad. I went there when I had 6 months playing to the New Year's Eve party, and there was a lot of extracurricular activities happening.
I'd imagine.
I was just, and then it made me realize how naturally nasty I am. That I don't need.
I'm naturally nasty.
No, I'm just saying that everybody else needs all of this stuff, and
Yeah.
I'm here.
Right, yeah. I'm sober, 100% good.
Just ready.
Yeah, right. Stay ready, you don't gotta get ready.
Yeah, I don't need to drink nothing,
Right. Yeah.
smoke nothing, eat nothing. I am ready to be as nasty as I can.
So you're booked on Valentine's
Yeah,
Day,
and then,
that's at
after-
Jake's.
Right, and then after that'll be later in February. I want to say the 27th or 28th, somewhere in there. It'll be Wildcat Comedy Co. Colin Rugg is putting on a show to Theater Brewing. He got me booked for that.
That's tonight too. If you're watching this live,
I'm gonna kick him right in his tank tonight because he isn't booking me, and I put him on his first fucking stage. I am gonna kick him right in the tank.
Oh, snap. And then
the
I
tank is
got
the gooch.
Yes, the gooch.
There you go. There you go. Somebody took an anatomy class that scene. Well done. And I do have a bit of a surprise. I haven't even announced this yet publicly, but I am going to be on a Don't Tell Cincy show soon. I don't know when yet, but I know.
High five on that.
Yeah. So the producer of those shows reached out to me, and I don't know if it's going to be in late January or February, but somewhere around there I'll be on the Don't Tell Cincy show coming up.
That's awesome. Well, I mean, you can't tell. So
Exactly.
anyway,
Was you supposed to tell us this?
I don't think so, but honestly, I don't mind.
We don't get enough views.
it's okay. We only get like 400 or 500 views. It's a no big deal.
But that'll be the one that views it.
Right.
They'll probably take it back.
Well, I mean,
the don't tell,
They take me off the show.
and you told people kind of awkward.
I mean, it is what it is. I mean, at least it's close.
Right, exactly.
I want to get on the don't tell.
Yeah, I'm not getting no don't tell love. I don't know what's going on with that. I got to get up to Cincy.
I love that stand up there. It's a lot of fun. Yeah.
I'm at the point where I'm calling Louisville Comedy Club my home club because they put me on more than anybody else.
Yeah.
And I go to Planet twice a month. I go to Caravan every 6 to 8 weeks. You know,
Yeah.
I'm spending more time in Louisville than I am in Lex, in Richmond, anywhere else. But like tomorrow, me and Dirty are going to West Point, which is over next to Louisville,
Yep.
and we're doing that booked open mic there.
Shout out there. Yeah, they booked me on that one. I'm booked fake, I guess. I don't know. Said
I'm booked too.
15 minutes to 20 minutes. So come through if you're in the West Point area.
Hell, just if you're in Kentucky, come through. Even Indiana.
Military guys out there in West Point, I'm excited to see you guys.
I don't think that's really a military. West Point, New York is where the military base is. That's where they train. The Army school is.
That's a different.
Yeah, it's a completely different West Point.
Yeah.
I think most that. Anyway, but we're going to be in West Point tomorrow night. Then
I
next.
wrote a whole bunch of military.
Oh no. I say you should just still do it. Just stick
I say do it.
Yeah,
Stick
might
with
as
it.
well. Exactly.
And act like you didn't know when you get on stage, because now you do know, and now it could be a whole thing.
Right.
Anyway, then next Tuesday I will be at Louisville Comedy Club, and then I'm going to be next Saturday. Well, next Wednesday we'll be back here
Of course.
at Hotel Lex, 9:00. And then next Saturday, I have my show called Comedy That Kills at the Mad Axe over in Richmond, Kentucky. And Danny Hutz is coming in from Louisville to close that one
You
out.
definitely want to see him.
You want to see Danny Hutz. You don't want to miss that. Especially since Kathy Perkins is also on this show.
Oh,
I've got Madison Greenwell on the show.
oh, that's
And as of last night, we have confirmed our third woman on the show.
Am I right?
We have Melody Collette.
Shout out to Melody.
Melody's getting back into comedy. She's going to come do 15
Shout out to
minutes. at the show.
BK. Shout
That
out
is
to
a great lineup right there.
And I mean,
awesome lineup.
can't beat that for $10.
$10?
That's a steal.
That's like that's $10.
Right, and they've got all the malt beverages you want.
Yeah.
It's a great place. Come in early, go throw axes, come play pool,
They got
throw
pool.
darts,
Yeah.
play skee ball,
They got a nice,
Fun
good, lot of good, clean fun.
air hockey.
I mean, yeah, they got some stuff there.
But anyway, so that's what's going on up till next week. What do you got going after West Point?
After West Point tomorrow, we'll be back here Monday, right? I mean, we'll be
We'll be recording
doing the
here.
show here Monday. You can come and watch the show.
Yeah,
Um,
these are not closed tapings.
We want you to come through and scream at us and laugh at us or whatever. It makes it must perform a lot better because we perform with somebody, even though we perform for the people live at home too. If you can't make it, then Wednesday I'll be back here at Hotel Lex every Wednesday at 9. If I'm alive, I don't get booked, so I'll be here.
We're going to get booked, trust me.
Doing fresh comedy. So come through. I'm not going to be doing something. Everything you hear when you come here is going to probably be right then and there. So my weekly, conversation with you guys. Then you can't make it up. You can't make it up. You tell people you're doing the show. You're live on multiple platforms.
And they still call.
How, it makes me,
Now's a good time. I need to.
it makes me like you less as a person because it's like in my mind, it's like, you're obviously not supporting me.
Because you're not watching the show.
You're not watching the show, but you're interrupting the show. So.
Oh, I got something to announce that I haven't brought up.
What's up?
On the 7th of February, we are doing a roast battle. Me and you both.
Another roast battle.
Another
That's
roast
what I was
battle.
trying to get to. I was trying to get to the first roast battle, which is when is that date?
That's next Thursday that I totally forgot to put out there.
All right.
After you say that, I have something else to go ahead.
So we have a roast battle in Evansville, Indiana.
Yeah.
And the host, Alan Walker, is our scheduled guest for the podcast. So we're taking the podcast on the road.
And we're going to be shooting out there in Indiana.
Out in Indiana on the 7th of February.
I'm so glad you just mentioned that because I forgot another show I have coming up also on February 7th. That's also a roast battle.
Really?
In Columbus, Ohio at the Attic Comedy Club.
Oh, hell yeah.
Shout out to them.
That slipped my mind. I'm so glad you just said that.
I mean,
yeah.
You might as well jump on the 25 train with us.
I mean, honestly.
I mean, well, you can always come. I'll just
Yeah,
what I'll
I mean,
start doing because I got us in South Carolina like in July or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm working on Florida
What
right now.
what we'll just start doing is actually there's 3 spots and then just let you know.
Yeah.
Because we're just trying to really get out and hit these states and stuff like that. But
Hey,
so I got that roast battle the 23rd. Then
Our roast battle in Evansville on the 7th.
on the 7th, Valentine's Day show. It won't be no drinking or smoking, but anybody's it is like a recovery event, but anybody's welcome to come on Valentine's Day. We're gonna have food, music, and some comedy, and just a lot of people hanging out, have some good time. So you can come through 900 North Broadway, here in Lake 10 if you're watching this.
We're both on that show.
Yeah,
of course.
I'm hosting. No, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna do a little bit of comedy, but I'm gonna be hosting really. Even though I would love to just, I'm gonna let the people that I invited to come through do their thing, and I'm gonna throw a couple jokes, but mostly doing hosting because I got a lot of responsibility that night anyway. So, but yeah, other than July 18th, whatever, and I'm still signing up. So just keep paying attention and keep watching, keep liking, keep commenting, and keep subscribing, please and thank you.
Guys, we want to thank you.
What up, Cassandra? Love.
We want to thank everybody that is taking the time to watch. Please go ahead and hit up our email. It is funnierinpersonpodcast@gmail.com. Feel free to watch our episodes on the Funnier in Person podcast YouTube page. Also on the Dirty 4.5
Wherever you watch it, just
YouTube
watch
page.
it. Just make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.
That's right. Like, comment, and subscribe.
I don't care about shout out my Instagram.
No, please.
No.
That's exactly where I was going next.
Same way.
No, you can't shout out your Instagram.
All right, I'll say. My Instagram is don't tell. I can't tell.
It's a don't tell.
It's a don't tell. Exactly. But yeah, so you can follow me on Instagram at jdog comedy. And J-Dog is my bowling name, so that's what that's about. That's
You're
not
a
my stage
bowler?
name. Bowl.
Fucking bowl. Let's go.
Do you have a bowl of a perfect game?
It's not good.
How close you got to it?
221 for me.
I haven't even broke 200.
Yeah, I don't think I ever did that either.
Yeah.
Oh, I was out of my mind that night. I was so out of my mind. I'm a 140 average.
You were the big
I think
Lebowski?
mine's like
You were the big
130.
Lebowski that night?
Yeah, no, I'm fucking.
Is that the movie?
Oh,
The Big Lebowski.
oh yeah, I was definitely the big Lebowski that night. I was locked in and I wasn't missing. It was fucking great. I had like 9 strikes in a row or some shit.
But yeah, and I was just saying you can follow me at j.comedy on Instagram. I post reels from my performances. I post pics, like stage shots from my performances, upcoming shows I have. So yeah, just follow me there, and you'll be able to keep up with everything.
He gets so many more likes than me on his Instagram.
Oh, I know.
So if you feel sorry
Please,
for me,
you know, we're going to share this with him. Please watch, like, and subscribe. Hook us up. We appreciate it. We're both trying to get both pages monetized well.
like his if you go to his Instagram, before you like his Instagram, go to mine. I need the likes at 34.5. DIRTY, the number 4, NA ½ as one word _ RSC on Instagram. Please, I'm not gonna say I'm suicidal for lack of being like.
We've had way too many funeral talks.
I'm not gonna say that. I will say that I'm at least manic depressing at this point.
Okay, considering self-harm. Getting that
And of
stage.
course, on Instagram, I'm James Andrews Comedy, all one word. We appreciate everybody who took the time to watch tonight.
We usually go longer, but I guess they're filling up, and we don't want to take a break.
Right, it's a Friday night and we're being loud.
So we gotta get Jordan back on here again, definitely, so we can have a little conversation, talking about a lot more stuff, and just, have some let you realize how much funnier he is in person. This guy does a great Obama impression.
Oh my God,
He has a lot of great material.
Thank you very much.
A lot of people I always tell James I don't really want to kind of sit down with people because I really don't give a I'm like a prostitute. You gotta pay me to give a fuck. So it's like.
so like and subscribe. That way he's got to pay attention.
But I do fuck with my man Jordan Berry. I like seeing his ascension. He makes me feel like I'm not doing enough. I think about it. All the stuff he's doing
He's always doing something.
in a year, and see where he's come, and even his comedy, how much stuff he has written, definitely awesome. And he shows that if you believe and you have a dream, and you put the effort in, you can accomplish it. Everybody has dreams. I have this catchphrase I say: a dream is only a dream until you make it happen. Then it was a premonition.
I like that.
And my words of advice are everything is everything in life is a choice. You have to be strong enough to make the choices.
100%.
All right, guys. Thanks a lot for watching.
Much love.
We'll see you next time. Have a good night.
Take care.
As I fall off the stage.
Awesome.